Mega Beauty, and today I'm going to be doing a winter makeup tutorial inspired by the color blue. So the first thing I use is my Stila One Step Primer, and it just looks like this, and I just take a little bit on my hands like that, and then I just rub that all over my face. And then when I'm done with that, I put my hair up into a headband so that I can get it out of the way for when I do my foundation. So the foundation I use is the Rimmel Stay Matte foundation in the color Fair Ivory. This is like way too light for my skin tone, so I will be using another foundation on top of it. And I just use a beauty blender. I just put a little bit of that on there. And then I just spread it all over my face. I use a patting and kind of rubbing motion to spread it all over my face, making sure I get all the way to the edges and on my neck. And you can definitely see that this is way too light for my skin tone, but like I said, we're going to blend another foundation on top. And then I go over my eyes just a little bit so that they match my face. Alright, so the next thing I do is I take my concealer, and this is the Essence Color Correcting Concealer. It's the yellow one. And I take that and I make a V under my eyes. Then I go down my nose. And I go onto my chin. So then, once I have that all applied, I take another beauty sponge and I just blend it all out using a patting motion. My beauty sponges are the Laura Geller beauty sponges, and I think you can only get them online. So I just make sure that I blend that really well. And then I'm going to go in with my powder. So this is the All About Matte powder from Essence, and it's the white one. So I take the same beauty sponge, I just use this end, and I pat it in there, and I get a lot of powder because I'm going to bake my face. So I'm just going to let that sit for a second, and while I let that sit, I'm going to do my brows. So I use the Milani Easy Brow in dark brown. So I just kind of fill them in. Just fill in the sparse spots. I don't really pay a lot of attention to detail here. I just kind of fill them in, and then I take the spoolie and just kind of blend them out. And how I do it is I go up and then down, up and then down. And they don't look too even, so I'm gonna kind of make a little bit of an arch there. So then it looks like that. And now we're ready to blend out our face. So to do that, I'm just using a Sephora brush, and I just blend it out. And now your face looks very, very white. So we're gonna take the Clinique powder, and this one's in Ivory, but as you can see, it's a little darker than the foundation we used earlier. So I'm going to take an e.l.f. Flawless face brush, and I'm going to apply that in circular motions, making sure I get the edges of my face and my neck. Alright, so once I do that, then I take this little sponge that comes in the foundation and I apply more foundation under my eyes to set the powder, or to set the concealer under my eyes. So it looks like that. Next, I'm going to go in with my Glitter and Glam palette from Profusion. And this has all the brushes you need and all the colors you need. So I'm going to... Alright, so I'm going in with my Glitter and Glam palette from Profusion. And we're going to go in with these two bronzers. I'm going to mix them together and I'm going to contour my face. So I'm just using the brush that it comes with, and I'm starting with the lighter. I'm just going in right under my cheekbones. And then I'm going to take that lighter color and go down onto my chin. And then taking the darker color mixed with the lighter color, I'm going to go onto my temples. And then I'm going to do the same on the other side. And we're going to blend all this out at the end so it won't look as crazy as it does right now. And then taking one of the contouring brushes, I'm going to go into the lighter color and contour my nose. So I just drag it down, go onto the tip, and then do the same thing on the other side. And do that till you feel it's contoured to your liking. Alright, so now I'm going to put that palette aside for a second. I'm going to go in with my Sephora Colorful Bronzer in the color Fiji with a Sephora brush that's like tapered. I think this is a foundation brush, but I use it for contour. So I just get a good amount of product on there. And I just go right back in under my cheekbones, and I go down on my chin like this. And this just adds a lot more definition to your face. Alright, and then I'm going to go back into the Glitter and Glam palette. I'm going to take this brush, I'm going to wipe it on the edges to get any bronzer off, and then I'm going to go into the second blush right here, and I'm going to smile so that I get a good color. Just smile so I can get the apples of my cheeks. So now I'm just gonna go in with the same Sephora brush that we used to blend out our setting powder, and I'm just gonna start blending. I just use circular motions to blend everything out. And then I switch brushes and go in with a big powder brush from Eco Tools, and I just use the same circular motion and just go around my face to make sure I got everything nice and blended. So it looks like that, and now we're gonna move on to the eyes. All right, so I'm using Scotch tape, and I'm gonna put it right along my eyes so that it makes a nice clean line. So I just take a little piece and just go right up to the corner of your eye and stick it. Kind of makes your face look weird, but it's okay. You'll get nice clean lines this way. And you can buy the like shadow shields or whatever they are. You can buy them from Ulta, but I find that Scotch tape does the same thing. And this is probably like $5, and the shadow shields are probably like $20. So the palette we're using is the Fairy Wings Magical Things palette from Essence, and we're going to be using these 4 colors over here and then these 2 colors up here. And I'm going to be using a Wet n Wild eyeshadow brush and a Sephora blender brush. So I'm going to start out by using my NYX Jumbo Eye Pencil in Milk, and I'm going to apply that all over my eye. If you've ever seen one of my makeup tutorials, you know I do this every time I do a makeup tutorial. And I just blend that out with my finger because I find it blends better with my finger than a brush. And I make sure I get that into my inner corner and all the way up to my brow bone. This just makes it so you have a nice base for your makeup. So going into this palette, I'm going to start with the color Treasure Island. It's this blue color, and I'm going to put that into my crease. So I'm just going to get a good amount of that on my brush and just put it into my crease. And work that all the way from the outer corner all the way in. And do the same thing on the other eye. Alright, so then I'm going to take my Kleenex and wipe off my brush. I do this in between every color so that it doesn't blend all together on my brush. So I'm putting the right colors where they need to be. So now taking Mesmerizing, and putting that on the outer corner and kind of blending that into our crease. We're doing like kind of a cut crease, so you want to blend it down but not onto your lid. So just take it, tap it right here in your outer corner and blend into your crease about halfway. Just like that. And then again, you're just going to wipe it on your Kleenex. So it looks like that so far. Now I'm going to go in with this greenish blue color off to Fantasyland, and I'm going to blend that into my crease as well. And it just looks like that. So now I'm going to go in with Ice Castle. It's like this white blue shade, and I'm going to do that on the inner third of my lid. So just like that, like the really inner parts of my lid. So it looks like that. And now I'm going to take off to Fantasyland again. I'm going to do that on the outer part of my lid. So it looks like this. And then going back in with Ice Castle. I'm going to go back in with that and make sure I get a lot of it on the inner corner to make my inner corner pop. And I just keep going back and forth between Off to Fantasyland and Ice Castle, making sure they blend out nicely and make a nice look. So it looks like that. And then now I'm going to go in with my blender brush, and I'm just going to do windshield wiper motions and blend that crease. Really blend that crease so it's not as harsh. And now I'm going to do my brow bone. So for my brow bone, I'm going to be using Unicorn Tears. And I'm just going to put that up there. And then I'm going to go back in with Ice Castle and do that in the inner corner. Right in the inner corner. Just to really brighten up my eye. And then using a bit. And then that is your eye look. So next I'm going to go in with eyeliner. And I'm using the L'Oreal Infallible eyeliner in black. And And I'm just gonna follow the line. And just make a line. And then I'm gonna take the tape off and I'll be right back. So I just took the tape off and finished my wings. And now I'm gonna use the Ardell lashes, and I use the 105. And these just come with glue and the little tweezer things to put them on. So I'm gonna do these off camera because it's just easier, and I'll see you in a minute. Alright, so now I'm just gonna put mascara over my lashes just to blend them. So just like that. I'm not gonna put a lot on, just a little bit just to kind of blend. The lashes are already really long, so they definitely don't need a lot of mascara. And I'm just gonna do my bottom lashes. Alright, so now I'm going to do my highlighter. And again, I use the Glitter and Glam palette. And I just use this brush that came with the palette. And I use this top highlighter. So I just drag the highlighter down my nose and then onto the little button of my nose, I guess. And then I take it and I go right along my cheekbones to accentuate my cheekbones. And then I take a little bit and put it right, sorry, I have a hair in my mouth, and put it right on my Cupid's bow. And then I take the contour brush again and the light contour, and I contour right here. And then I'm going to put a little more blush on, just because it all kind of blended away. And that is the finished face. And then at the very end, I'm using an LA Colors lipstick. This one's really gross. It's Natural Shine, but I use it so much that it looks gross. And that is the finished look. Thanks for watching. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe down below. Hit that bell notification next to the subscribe button so you get notified every time I upload, and I'll see you later. Bye!